Thanks for coming, Dan. My name is Darren Dobson. First thing I would like to agree in regards to salary, it's to get good quality people, you need to pay them well. As an example, in politics here in Canada, I'm sure it's the same in the U.S., any smart person would never get involved in politics because they can make 10 times more much money and not having a target on their head. And so I agree with that statement. One thing I also agree is the marketing cost is an ROI, return on investments. Or some people might be spending $1, getting $10, but some people might invest in a better campaign and spending $5 but get a $100 return. My question to you is, would it be good for the industry if the performance of the charity, so for example, the CEO gets, say, 1% of whatever the charity makes that year, that encourages him to get a better ROI, which would increase his salary? Would that be something good?
You know, I absolutely think so. To argue no, that isn't the case, is to argue against the whole of economic history. It is to say that economic incentive is without value. It just seems to me to be a tough argument to make. I mean, Adam Smith in 1776 was arguing that, you know, if you want me to kill 2 deer, you need to pay me twice as much money. It's not to say that people's hearts aren't in it, but, you know, when economic incentive is added to the heart, it stands to reason that you're going to get more performance. Look, I think it would be also a mistake to reduce this whole argument down to the issue of executive compensation. I'm not simply saying just start paying everybody more money and things will get better. I'm saying money is a tool, and the nonprofit sector ought to have access to it. It ought to be able to use it in the same way the for-profit sector. But it exists in a context where there are a host of other deprivations: advertising, risk, capital, all these other things. When you put them all together, that's when you get this perfect storm of restraint and constraint and deprivation that really suffocates our ability to grow. You know, you saw that statistic, the number of nonprofits that crossed the $50 million barrier versus for-profits with this completely different set of rules. So I don't want to come across just as the guy who wants to throw more money at everything. And I'm only in favor of throwing more money at things if we're getting more value for it. If we're not getting more value for it, it doesn't make any sense. Yes.